Salvete discipuli! In this tutorial video, we will continue our reading in the story in Principiis. Agricola will make some orders as he prepares to oppose Cogidubnus, whom he believes is in rebellion because of the words of Salvius. We will also review some important uses of the gerundive. Okay, picking up where we left off. Haec locutus ad Silanum legatum legionis severtit. Remember that when a verb ends with an OR, that makes it deponent, and that means the perfect participle of a deponent verb is active. So this is going to be having spoken up here. Having spoken these things, he turned. Now, the word say means himself. In English, we don't say he turned himself, but in Latin, you do have to add the say. So you can say, he turned to Silanus, legate of the legion. Legionis is genitive, of the legion. Silane inquit, nos oportet regem principesque regnentium quam celerime opprimere. He addresses him using the vocative. Remember, when you have a us in a name or a word that you might use, but you're addressing that person, you change it to an e. So Silanus, he said, we have to. Now, we studied this last time. The word oportet just means that it is necessary. It takes an accusative object, but you put it together, and this is basically it functions as the subject. We have to do what? We have to run all the way to the end of the sentence here for our infinitive. We have to crush. Here's who we have to crush. Here's our objects, okay? We have to crush the king and the Regnensian chieftains. When do we have to do this? Quam celerime. Celerime means very quickly. When you add quam before a comparative adverb like that, it takes on the sense of as blank as possible. So in this case, quam celerime, as quickly as possible. Tibi statim cum duabus cohortibus proficiscendum est. Okay, so this is something important for us to learn. This is called the impersonal gerundive. First off, let's review the gerundive. Carthago delenda est means Carthage must be destroyed. Okay, so when you see a form, a verb form which has this nd in it, followed by the word est, okay, that means that something must be done. In this case, Carthage must be destroyed. Now, when you want to describe who must do something, okay, so Carthago delenda est means Carthage must be destroyed. But if you want to explain who must destroy Carthage, you actually use the dative, okay? This is interesting. Mihi in isolation would mean to me or for me. But when you have it with this gerundive, it means by me, okay? Now, so just be ready. This is what we have up here, okay? This is the reason we're studying this issue, okay? So, Carthago tibi delenda est, Carthage must be destroyed by you. Okay, so let's look at another example. Cursum currendum est. Okay, you know that curro means to run, cursum means the race. Okay, so Carthago delenda est, Carthage must be destroyed. That means currendum est means must be run. So in this case, the race must be run. The race must be run tibi. Okay, remember, dative in a gerundive construction is who's doing the running. The race must be run by you. You must run the race would be another way to translate that. Okay, so when you have a gerundive in the neuter, okay? This ending is the neuter. So currendum est in isolation would be translated just it must be run. And again, there's a reason we're looking at this because we have it right up here. This is going to be an impersonal gerundive construction. So if I said tibi currendum est, it must be run by you. What would be another way to translate that? You must run. Now, to the main event, okay? So the verb proficiscere means to set out. Proficiscendum is the impersonal gerundive here. So proficiscendum est, literally, it must be set out, okay? The it must be sent out by you, okay? So this is, again, impersonal. This is like saying like it's raining or it's snowing, okay? It must be set out by you, statim, immediately. What must it be set out with? Cum duabus cohortibus, with two cohorts. So again, now let's turn this into real English. It must be set out by you is basically the same thing as saying you must set out immediately with two cohorts. Silanus, e principiis egressus centurionibus mandata dedit. Okay, again, OR means its deponent, okay? And so the past participle of a deponent is active, okay? So Silanus, having gone out from the headquarters, e principiis egressus, what did he do? Gave commands to the centurions. Iussit cohortes parare. He ordered them to prepare the cohorts. Okay, this sentence is pretty straightforward. Here's the verb, he ordered. Eos is the direct object. He ordered them. Here's what he ordered them to do, to prepare the cohorts. Cohorts is one of the military units, so larger than a squad, smaller than a legion. In terria agricola plura de regis perfidia rogare coipit. Okay, so plura here is just going to mean like more things, okay? De as a preposition takes an ablative, and this is what it's going to be, so about the treacheries. So let's get started. Meanwhile, agricola, in terria agricola, what did he do? Run all the way to your verb coipit, okay? Coipit means began, okay? What did he begin to do? He began rogare, to ask. What did he begin to ask? More things, plura. He began to ask more things de, about the treachery of the king. Remember, he believes Salvius, so he thinks the king has committed treacheries. Salvius ei respondit, ecce bellimicus vir ingenii optimi sumaeque fidei quem iste cogidubnus corrumpere temptabat. Salvius responded to him. Remember, he brought Bellimicus along to basically give false testimony, saying that Cogidubnus had indeed done all these things. So now he's saying, look, Bellimicus, a man ingenii optimi, of excellent character, and also summae fidei, and the highest trust, quem, whom iste cogidubnus, whom this cogidubnus temptabat was trying. What was he trying to do? To corrupt. Bellimicus autem, qui blanditias regis pernebat, omnia mihi pate fecit. Bellimicus, however, who was spurning? So qui spernebat. Who was spurning what? The flatteries of the king. What did he do? Pate fecit. He revealed omnia, all things, to me.